Hey there guys, and welcome to another video. I'm Exterminator, and thank you for joining me. And this is just going to be a fairly quick, I think fun, interesting, hopefully interesting video, where I want to go over some things that I think should be added for the Spidertron in the next Factorio update, and that I would like to see and hope to see for that. A while ago, I did a video about things I expected and hoped to be in 1.0, more of a general thing. It wasn't necessarily related to Spidertron, they were just general things, and you guys seem to really enjoy that. Check that out on my channel if you want. And this is a similar video, but specifically for Spidertron. So Spidertron is the brand new late game vehicle added in 1.0, for anyone who doesn't know. And it's fantastic. As a last minute kind of surprise, the devs did a fantastic job with it. However, there are some things that are lacking some polish that I think could be done, and several of these things, most things, at least two of them I mentioned, actually have mods that cover those things, those aspects. However, I think that they really are things that should be in vanilla and implemented that way. You know, they could just be a bit cleaner since, you know, it's the dev team, they have access to the whole source code, and obviously it's their game, so they could just do it a bit cleaner than a mod can, and I really do think it's something that would be very appropriate to have in vanilla. So let's get started. The first thing, and this is one of the big ones. So this is one that a mod covers that I actually did a mod spotlight on: the ability to control multiple Spidertrons with one remote. Now, this is possible to some degree because there is a mod that does it. So currently in vanilla, you can have multiple Spidertrons. If we go here, we can just give ourselves some more here, and just to differentiate them, we can, you know, recolor them. So we can have multiple, and we can control multiple. However, you need separate remotes for each one. So we have this remote here, which is tied to this guy. If we take another remote and link it, left-clicking here to that guy, and then take this one and left-click it to this one, we can control three Spidertrons. You know, we can go send this one here, send that one there, send that one there, and it does work to a degree. But you do have to cycle through it, and obviously the more remotes you have, the more Spidertrons you have, the more tedious and lengthy it becomes. I think just being able to have a special remote, or even just a normal remote, and like drag select, or just hold shift and like click one after the other or something, to have just be able to control them all as a group, basically as a squad. The mod that does this is called Spidertron Squad Control. And I think this would be something fantastic in vanilla. I really hope they implement this in the next update in 1.1. Now, the next thing, in kind of a similar fashion, with the controlling of the Spidertrons, is I really hope that they implement a way to set checkpoints or waypoints. Again, this is covered by a mod. I think it's called Spidertron Waypoints, or something very similar. I spotlighted that as well. It's in my mod spotlight playlist, and I will link both those spotlights in the description of this video. But so it can be done to some degree. And again, I think the devs could do it a bit cleaner, just because, you know, it's in the game, not a mod, if they did it. And I think it would be really nice, because currently you can't actually do that. Like if we tell this one to go here and then go to here, there's no way to queue this, right? If we change it, it's just going to change on the fly. You know, if I hold shift, it actually just does nothing. I hold control, it does nothing. So there's no way to actually queue up commands. You know, so being able to do that could give multiple benefits. It could, one, give you the ability to actually have them patrol, which maybe the devs don't want. Maybe they think that's a little overpowered. I'm not sure, or that's just not what they intend for it. However, the really useful thing, in my opinion, just a very nice quality of life feature that would bring, which I would hope the devs would want, is just easier control when actually sending it out to build things or sending it out to attack bases, which is its main purpose, seeing as it does have a remote. Because currently, you know, if I send it like out here, it's very likely, I shouldn't say it's very likely, it's somewhat likely it's going to get stuck on the water. They have a bit of a problem getting stuck going around water, and the devs may be fixing this, so that would eliminate or help that issue. However, once it goes here, I mean, so as you can see, it decides it needs to cross the water rather than walking around, which is a pathing thing which they may fix. However, if we had the ability to queue movement commands, I could just click here, and then hypothetically, if I click like here and then out there, it would actually queue this and go around the lake. I could also queue up attack orders if this were a thing where I could, click here and then tell it to go here. This is, hypothetical if it was a queue, and it would just eliminate those bases, and I could do more and more rather than having to send it here and then like do something and then look back and send it here and look back, etc. I think that would be really, really nice to be able to do that. So those are the first two things. Those are the big things. Another thing, which is purely quality of life, that is actually just, it doesn't do, none of the vehicles have this feature in the game, and I really think they should. Maybe it's just not possible. I feel like it should be possible. Particularly important with the Spidertron is the ability to mouse over it like this and see the ammunition in it. And this is pretty apparent, in my opinion, why this needs to be a thing. Because, if we're sending a Spidertron out to go attack things, I actually have no idea how many rockets are left in it. Like I can fill it. I can fill the slots with rockets, the ammo slots, and send it on its way. But really, after I've attacked a base or multiple bases, I really have no idea how many rockets are left. And I have been in a situation multiple times where I think I have enough rockets left, and I go to attack a base, and then I actually don't, and I end up having to retreat because I realized that it only had like 5 rockets left, and then just can't actually kill the base with the 1 or 2 lasers I have in it. Obviously, if you fill it with lasers, that may not be a problem, but its main weapon is the rockets. So I think being able to just mouse over it, I mean, it shows you the weapons, it shows you the Spidertron rocket launchers, but it doesn't actually show you how much ammo is in here. I think there is ammo in here. I put like at least 200 or 400 in here, but there's no way to tell. I think it'd be really important. Now, with normal vehicles, it doesn't do that either. With a tank or a car, that's not as necessary in my opinion, because those are not remote controlled. You're going to be with that all the time, so you can easily look what the ammo is. But with Spidertrons, whose one of the big features of them is the ability to remote control them, I think it's almost mandatory that you be able to see how much ammunition they have left in their ammo slots remotely, just by mousing over them. Otherwise, you really don't know. So those are the 3 main things that I hope and think should be added in 1.1 for the Spidertron. If I had to pick just one, it would probably, oh man, that'd be tough. It'd probably be the ability to control them in squads. Now, the checkpoints, the queuing commands would be really nice. The squads, I think, would just help, tear through bases quicker and build things quicker. I would say the checkpoint one is definitely more of a quality of life. The squad one is more of like an actual additional feature that, maybe the devs just don't want. But the queuing checkpoints, even if somehow they make it so you can't actually set up patrol points, if you can just queue checkpoints, like just one, like maybe even just like 3 or 4 in a row, that would be fantastic. Just so you can make it around lakes, have it just attack several bases without having to constantly look back and forth. Those are the things I would want. And then, of course, the ability to see the ammo. I'd be really interested to hear what you guys think should be added. Realistically, obviously, we probably each have a whole bucket list of things we'd like, but realistically, things that you think should be added and maybe have a chance of being added in 1.1 for the Spidertron. I would love to hear that, guys, down in the comments below. Like I said, the 2 mod spotlights for the squad control and waypoints or checkpoints, the mods that do that, I will link in the description so that you guys can check those out if you want. And I believe that will do it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, maybe found this interesting. If you did, a like is much appreciated so other people can find it as well. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, and feel free to subscribe if you aren't already, to keep up with all the content I am releasing here for Factorio 1.0 and hopefully 1.1 in the near future. But I think that's going to do it. As always, guys, thank you so much. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.